construction mechanics program at Louis. There were two of us who were from Balata. And what happens is the course officer decided, since we were very close.
I see I'm in the presence of royalty.
So,
gentlemen.
How are you doing?
Good afternoon, good afternoon, good afternoon. How are you all? How are you all?
I'm fine.
Well, I can see you all smiling away. Definitely already enjoying your retirement.
Very much so, sir.
Right. Okay, well, listen, first of all, congratulations.
Thank you very much.
Yes. So we're here at the Union Power Station. Symbolic in certain ways, I understand, and significant to you all. Mc Combie, tell us a little bit about what the Union Power Station means to you in terms of a milestone in your life.
Well, hard work. A lot of grit,
Yes.
put it this way. Yeah, and a lot of night work. Having to be scheduled for the 12-8, the graveyard shift, that was essentially it, because you couldn't have the plants off during the daytime. So that entailed a lot of night work. So you can imagine having to work at nights and having to manage rest or to sleep, and you have to do that during the daytime and then come back to work for midnight. So that was a lot of it.
Wow, wow, wow. And at the time, what year are we talking about here, guys?
89 for me.
Okay.
I came here in 85, but I did not start with LUCELEC here. I started as a mechanic at the garage in Castries.
Okay.
That was next to the Castries market.
Okay.
That's where the garage was. I applied originally in 1978. I was too young. I was 16. So I went to the Castries Comprehensive School.
Yeah.
I spent 3 years there.
Congratulations, the best school in the country.
Very much so. I spent 3 years there, and then I went back to the Mount Technical College.
Right.
And LUCELEC had the apprenticeship that they restarted again after the 3 years. And then I joined them.
I went to South Louis where I studied construction mechanics. At that time, you had students coming on industrial training, right?
Right.
Now, the fact that I was from close proximity to the power station,
Yes.
my course officer sent me for industrial training in Union's power station.
As part of your schooling?
Schooling.
So you're familiar with the
Yes,
location already?
so that was in 87,
Right.
and also in 88,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
So I graduated in 88,
Right.
but I was familiar with the work here since I had done my internship here.
Mm-hmm.
So you find I applied
Right.
to join the company.
Right.
I was not successful in that they didn't have an opening at the time.
Right.
But the generation engineer at the time did offer me a job as an operator. I turned it down. I told him that was not what I studied, so I didn't want to do that job.
Right.
So I stayed out of work during that period. The following year, well, I got a job with another company.
Right.
But the following year, it happened that they sent to call me, which was in 89. And that was where I joined them in 89.
So when you'd have come in, you'd have met him
Yes,
first,
yes,
and then Mc Combie would have joined you afterwards.
yes.
And during that period of time, you guys would have developed, and it looks like to me, because this has been an endless theme in all the interviews that I have done and all the features I've done with LUCELEC, is this bond that you all created. Can we speak a little to that?
When we came in, we found there were older folks always willing to assist.
Right.
Right? They would share knowledge.
What are some of the names that pop to mind?
Alpha Jeffers, Gregory Louis, Joseph Augustine, Ringo, Leonard Daniel, Nicholas Cooper, Gordon Flora,
Evans,
Rennie,
what was
Michelle.
Evans' last name? George Evans.
You also had Gregory Chandler. We had the sole designated welder who was Joseph Edmonds, who is deceased.
And then you had the operator guys who did the same thing. They always were willing to share.
I can remember, even as a trainee, going home and saying to my mom, I'm at a place where the guys behave like a family.
Every holiday on the calendar, we did something together. Whether we climbed Mount Jimmy Go Piton, we did a river line, we did something, we went to the beach, we did something together as a unit.
Tell me a little bit, Mc Combie, about your relationship with your two MDs. You would have had Thibbles before, and then that would have moved on to Trevor Louisi.
I can recount one situation with Mr. Bernard Thibbles, where I was sent from the power station to replace some bulbs in his office. And then he said, "What are you doing here? You have no work at the power station? I'm going to fire you."
That sounds okay.
And I said, "Well, they said you had an issue with lumps, so I was sent to fix them." He said, "No, tell them, you better leave, but tell them to get themselves a technician to take care of the bulbs for the offices." And that's how they got a technician to deal with attending to the lights and the small power for the offices.
And focus on St. Lucia.
And yes.
And focus on ensuring that there is power in the country.
Yes.
There is another individual who was very instrumental in we being who we are today, and that is Mr. Felix, Elford Felix. He was the superintendent of the power station. Although when he came in, he met me there. He was there before, he'd left and went away, but when he came back, he met me at the power station.
I had interactions with Mr. Bernard Thibbles first, because when I joined, he was the manager.
Right.
And I remember he came to to meet the apprentices. After the first year, when he came to meet us, he said to us, "I have 3 guys as apprentices, and you all guys are not meeting your requirements excepting 1 guy. I'm thinking I should just get rid of your two other guys and just keep 1 guy because he's the only one who has..."
Were you the guy?
I was the guy who had an A average. And he said, "This is the guy who sets the example. He has not missed school. His grades are up, but you other 2 guys, you all need to buckle up." And that was my first encounter with him as an apprentice.
The other 2 buckle up?
Yes, they did. They finished the program, they did well, and then they came to the power plant. Tough love.
Tough love. And Trevor?
Well, Mr. Trevor Louisi was when I applied to go out to study.
Okay.
That was my interaction with him.
Right.
But as anything else, he would come to the plant, he would say hello, he'd greet and have casual conversations. But when I was about to go out to study, I went out to New York City College of Technology for 2 years, and he was instrumental in making sure that I left.
Let me shift a little bit to your current MD, who would have been with you all, Mr. Pulte, for many years. What was it like working with Gilroy?
He's the kind of person you could approach, you could speak to him about anything. And we always had long conversations about ideas of how we think we could improve the plant, how we could improve the staff, some of the ideas of training for people, because he's very big on training as well. Everything you tell Mr. Pulte about training, he's going to take it on board. And that was one of the things I liked about him. And he's a very open person. He had, well, it was a follow-up to what Mr. Louisi had, meet the MD breakfast meetings. Yes. And that's where you could come and speak to him and explain certain things you have in your mind, what you think should happen, and he would take it on board. And you've seen a lot of changes.
LUCELEC believed in continuous improvement and development of individuals. So let me just swing around. So what was your basic age group when you started? At least you in your early 20s, all of you?
Yes. I started at 18.
You started 18?
Yes. About 19 thereabout.
You were at 19?
I was 24 when I started.
You're 24. I hope young people are watching this today. You're now retiring. You have had successful careers of your own. You had a company that looked after you. You improved, but you had to make sacrifices.
We would give, like Mr. Felix would say, he needs 110%. We would give 120%.
Right.
Mc Combie and I were the ones who were involved in all the industrial action. When something happened with a staff member, Mr. Felix would call us in the office and he'd say, "I'm thinking of dismissing this guy. I want you all to give me some feedback, and I will take action based on what you all say."
What did you all say to your young people at the time? How did you work to, as it were, whip these young people into shape? Because they are the future.
Sometimes, if you are lit and the assistant generation engineer, who was Mr. Felix, would admonish you for being lit or doing something wrong, he wouldn't just admonish just the person who's done it. It's the entire team.
Interesting.
Because he deals with the entire team. It's almost like, yes.
The village.
So as a result of that, we felt like you were causing us to be in the bad light. We'll speak to you. If you don't listen, you will feel. He brought a bull pistol, which we had in our locker.
And we truly disciplined.
And we disciplined each other. We did.
And you made it a joke in the end, but you got it.
Yes.
But you got it. But you got it. But you got it.
I mean, we had rules. There's no lashing above the
board.
Right.
So
Put the
we,
board of
yes,
education to the seat of
to the
understanding.
seat of
And you got that right.
And you never knew who gave you the stroke because we turned off the light.
Okay.
Yes. You're not supposed to know who disciplined you.
There's lights.
Yeah, because it's in the locker room.
So you would have done as best as you could to transfer not just technical knowledge, but history, significance, and attitude and discipline, and an understanding that this is bigger than yourself.
The way that we looked at it, it's all so as if we were providing a national service. So working for LUCELEC for us was like providing a national service. Because it was all, the superintendent will always say to us, the entire country depends upon you. And he didn't want you to get sick. Even if he would get sick, if you get sick, it's almost like you'd crucify Jesus Christ again. He didn't want to hear that you were sick.
Mc Combie, can you just give me a quick context, very, very quickly, of Union Power Station in the context of the electrification and the empowering of St. Lucia?
it stood at the heart of the country. That's where the soul, the heartbeat. Yeah. That's why you got all the noise that
the brain. It was a brain.
Yes.
It was a brain.
And all the noise associated with her. You couldn't pass along this stretch of road without the noise, or without being greeted by the noise. Yeah. So that spoke volumes.
Would you say that it was the power station that was most online?
Yes.
To provide
before 1989.
Before 89.
Yes.
It was the main power station.
Yes.
Okay.
And we
so it's an old faithful like you all were.
Yes.
You all didn't shed any tears leaving Union, did you?
No, because we're going to a newer plant.
Yes.
So there was more than excitement than anything else.
Correct.
Yes, a more modern plant and so on.
Yes.
And again, you were expected to be trained and so on. So everybody was excited.
What year did you all move from Union to Cul-de-Sac where we are right now?
That was in 1990.
In 1990?
Yes.
Okay, so what was that transition like? Were you all part of moving the equipment and stuff like that before you all broke down Union?
No, actually we didn't have to move anything from Union. Everything, we came here with everything new. Ah, and that was the excitement about coming to a place where everything would be new. Right. New technology, new methods of doing things. You'll be exposed to training that would be very different to what we knew at Union.
It was certainly a joy in that the engines were newer compared to Union. Union, everything that you touched at Union when you're doing maintenance was dirty. The oil there was always really black. Mm-hmm. So coming to a new power station where you do maintenance and the oil is relatively new, clean, you know, it was very different. You enjoyed that. Even the technology was different.
How was that technology different?
Well, for me, at GPS, you probably had switches. With here, we come into a more centralized computer-based system, more digitalized. So that was a big improvement. So
you had an increase in the technology, but greater efficiency.
Yes.
Did you find that you had to do a lot of your own training, retooling, and stuff like that?
Yes, the retooling was important. You had to constantly go to the manuals because everything was new. So when you thought you knew something from the old station, when you came here, it was something totally different you had to do. You had to refer to the books constantly.
So how did that make you feel at the time, like now that you're seeing that level of improvement? What are you thinking of that LUCELEC that you're part of now in this improvement of technology and what it meant for the country?
Well, it was a transition. Not only that we went into a new power plant, but LUCELEC also invested in the new transmission system that connected Vieux-Fort to Castries. Before it was, Vieux-Fort was separate to Castries. Everything stopped in Canneries and Dennery. But when we built this new power plant, there was a new transmission line that went right around. Yeah, it included Vieux-Fort, it came around to Soufrière, so it was just one network. So that in itself caused the power station here at Cul-de-Sac to be the main hub for everything in terms of power for St. Lucia, which was something that was new. It was not so before.
In terms of ongoing training, did you go overseas and stuff like that too?
Did a stint in Finland, went to Sweden.
What were you training on specifically? The equipment or?
Equipment, auxiliary equipment also. The main generating set in Finland, from the manufacturer, we went there where we received formal training, right, as to how to do the maintenance on the generating sets. We received some training in England also on turbochargers, maintenance of turbochargers and stuff like that. We went all over to be trained.
So how would you rank this power station among power stations throughout the region based upon your knowledge?
There's a plaque to the entrance of this facility.
There's a plaque.
Yes.
Oh, yes.
Say no more, right?
Yes,
Say
no more.
You just second to that plaque.
Second to none.
Second to none, yes.
That plaque tells the whole story.
And there's no question about it.
So St. Lucia should be proud.
Very.
We were actually used as the marketing tool for Wärtsilä, because Wärtsilä said to people who were interested in their engines, if you want to see what we could produce, go to LUCELEC and see the Cul-de-Sac Power Station.
Yes.
And then you'll come back to us.
So guys, you are about to enter another chapter. I don't like the term retirement, but you know what I mean. Mc Combie, what are your plans?
I would like to see the world for sure. Before I came into LUCELEC, I think I'd started. And I got that job, but for some reasons I had to come back home. I got this job, but I still look forward to seeing the world.
So travel is big for you.
Traveling is big for me.
How about you, my brother?
Well, I'm a bit fortunate. I did a lot of traveling on behalf of LUCELEC, so I saw the world.
Right.
So right now, it's not much that I need to see again. I might need to do a cruise.
Right.
But retirement for me now is about personal time, relaxation. I'm not thinking of doing anything right now, but just relaxing and see what happens next.
I figure it would be important that I invest from the pension, so to speak. It could be complemented by the investment.
With passive income.
Yes, yeah. So to me, that's what I'm working on. That's what I'm looking forward to doing right now. Thereafter, I'm gonna start doing my traveling. I've done quite a bit of traveling myself, compliments LUCELEC and also my expense. But that's basically it for me.
Well, I would like to wish all three of you the very best in these years and these years ahead. You have lived well, you've worked hard, and I don't want to say end well, but I think that your future looks pretty bright with all your plans. So I wish you all the very best.
Thank you.
Enjoy.
Thank you.
All the best to you, my friend.
Thanks.
And all the best to you.